I get that, summertime doldrum feeling. You know the one, it's too hot out to want to go outside, but it's too inside out to want to be inside. I the damn summertimes, the summertimes, the sadness. This is summertime, summertime sadness. Hey, Giacomo. Yeah, Gus?
You want to play a game or something?
I certainly would. What you got in mind?
How about that Grimdark Future Firefight you like so much?
Well, it certainly beats sitting by the window singing terrible cover songs, so, yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna go get my rattles.
Cool. I'll get some battle sisters. I think that they'd really like the chance to defend the Empire from your evil rats.
The year is 2022. It is a hot summer day, and puppet pals Giacomo and Gus have decided to play a game of Grimdark Future, Firefight. Giacomo's forces.
We don't really need to do all that voiceover thing again.
What?
I don't think I don't know if that's really necessary.
Come on.
Let's just hop right into
All
it.
right.
So I really want to just introduce you to my rattos. My rattos are like this bunch of stalkers and crawlers that I got from Mantic Games. And there's also a rat ogre, and he's like real big and mean and nasty, and he's got like a framer and stuff. And so yeah, they're lit up by Willard Rex. He's the leader. He's got the yellow what do you call it, gas mask. And then the other guy, the other like lead dude, that's Verminax, and he's a rat priest, and he's like the lead guy and like co-lead guy, and they live in the underground. And a lot of people that live in the cities above the rattos, they see the rattos as like they're a menace, and they're an infestation. But the rattos have been here a long time, and the people just want to get rid of them. So that's they don't want to get rid of. That's them.
So, these are my battle sisters. They're just, your usual group of violence nuns, and they've been sent by the Empire to clear out all of the rats. And so they're here to purge the planet and use their flamers and fusion cannons and all that sort of thing to create a brighter future for all of mankind. There's Sister Novena. She has the fusion cannon. And then there's Sister Burninator. She's the one with the heavy flamer. And then there is High Sister Mary Margaret. She's the leader, and she uses a mace. There's the twins that are the Sacrosanct Sisters. That's Sister Stabitha and Sister Slashington. So they have like a storied history together. And then there's also Sister Generica. She's the one that, she doesn't have any particular about her. And then there's also Sister Tabernacle. She's the one that carries that great big tabernacle on top of a pole. They're here to make sure that all the really good people that live in the Empire are free from the evil domination and all sorts of scurrious behavior of the rat people.
Oh, why are you gonna be talking smack about my rat people?
Well, I thought it was just kind of in the spirit of the game. We're supposed to have beef.
I suppose you're right.
You can't have beef if you're chicken.
Hey guys, if you're done with the meat talk, do you want me to do the narration, or we can just skip it? I think it would really kind of help bring the video together.
Yeah. Go on with the narration.
All right. So let's cut to the shot of the battlefield, and we'll get going with it. How's that sound?
Were you gonna kind of sing, or just
And the streets are empty. All of the citizens having retreated into their hovels. The word has come up from afar. The rats are on the move. Crawling up from the underground, they threaten the citizens.
I'm gonna take back what's ours at any cost.
Heeding the call, the Battle Sisters arrive, singing their songs of devotion. Who will thrive? Who will survive in this battle between the sisters and the Ratmen Clans? Find out today on Grimdark Future, Firefight. Battle Sisters versus the Ratmen Clans. The rules of engagement are as follows. We'll be using the kitchen table rules.
Except for the distances from objectives, I still want that to be 3 inches. Is that okay, guys?
Yeah, I think that's fine.
We'll also be using command points. Command points will be determined randomly.
Random is in my fandom.
Combat doctrines will also be determined randomly.
Randomization thwarts optimization every time. I'm into it.
The first roll will determine the mission.
Come on, relic hunt. I'm hoping for a relic hunt.
That's a 2. That means we got seized ground.
Well, I guess that means that like my rattos are trying to seize ground, and your violence nuns are trying to stop them.
That seems like that kind of works.
The objectives are placed per the mission instructions, 1 in each quarter of the battlefield. Next, they roll for deployment style.
Can I get to the...
Cha!
I guess not. Jeez.
I'm sorry, I just got really excited. But that was a 6. That was a good roll, right?
The resulting deployment style is flank assault. The next roll determines who will deploy first and in which zone.
Boom, a 5.
I also get a 5. Huh.
How about a 4?
I get a 6. That means I deploy first.
As Gus and Jacomo take turns deploying their armies, they also take a moment to roll for the number of command points they have, as well as which combat doctrines they'll have access to. Gus begins the game with 8 command points and has access to the defensive doctrine, while Jacomo rolls 5 command points and has access to the strategic doctrine. So Jacomo,
Yeah?
what's your strategy for today?
Well, the main strategy I have going into the game is that I want to be able to just really put Gus on the defensive quick. He's got the defensive combat doctrine, and I think that's going to put him on the back foot pretty fast. And so my big thing is to just hit hard and fast with the rats, and I really want to just win on objectives. I don't think the rats are going to be able to take the sisters out at all, and because of that, I think that objectives is the way to go, So I think that's what I'm going to do.
Hey Gus,
Yeah?
so what's your strategy going into today's game?
Well, the big strategy I have is to just have a good time.
That's it?
Yep.
You don't have any sort of master plan?
No?
Like, Giacomo has kind of ideas of what he'd like to do, and he has, sort of strategies and everything like that.
Yeah, but, mostly I just want to have a good time.
All right. Well, I hope you have fun today.
I hope so, too. I'm sure I will.
Gus sets up his sisters behind the cathedral in the southwest deployment zone, while Jacomo sets up his Ratmen in the northeast quadrant.
First, I'm gonna have Sister Burninator move up. She's gonna just heft up that big heavy flamer and start trudging across the battlefield.
My first move is gonna be to move up these stalkers. Let the pressure begin.
I'm gonna move up Sister Stabitha.
Here comes my rat ogre. Grr, arr. I mean, squeak, squeak, squeak.
I'm gonna move up Sister Slashington. That way she can protect these barrels like they're babies. Metal babies, filled up with all sorts of explosive and flammable liquids.
Next, I'm moving Verminax, the rat priest. All of his prophecies come from cheese dreams.
So, Giacomo, do you believe in cheese dreams?
Yeah, I certainly do. Like, I think they're a real thing. You know, like, I know that there's this artist guy by the name of Windsor McKay, and he did this story that was called Dreams of a Rarebit Fiend, and it was a comic strip, and it was also a animated thing, and it was all about people having these weird dreams after eating this thing called a rarebit, which is just cheese on a toast. And yeah, I think it's a thing. I myself have had many cheese dreams. Like I've actually done things where I'll have like a big old chunk of the blue cheese right before bed, and then I have all these weird dreams.
What's the weirdest cheese dream you've ever had?
That would have to be the one where I dreamt that I was riding on the back of the Ultimate Warrior, and he was climbing up the Himalayan mountains. He looked at me, he like took me off his back, he held me like a baby, and he looked at me and he said, Giacomo, you gotta look inside. You gotta look inside yourself, and inside yourself, you'll find the truth.
Did you ever find the truth? Did you ever look inside yourself?
I mean, we all kind of have a truth in us, but frankly, I'm scared.
Hey, Gus.
Yeah?
Have you ever heard of or have had cheese dreams?
Oh yeah, I've heard of them, but I never had them. I feel like we should dream what we're meant to dream, and we should not unduly influence them with the addition of cheese to your diet. Also, it makes me fart. Cheese dreams aside, I'm gonna go ahead and have Sister Tabernacle fire upon those stalkers.
Defending against valleys of fire is kind of my army's weak point. Nuts. That's one stalker down.
That means the sisters draw first blood. Yay!
First, I'm gonna deploy some crawlers deep inside of the sisters' territory.
I'm gonna place Sister Novena right behind Verminax. That way she might be able to get a shot in on him.
I'm gonna put additional crawlers right behind Sister Novena. That way they can, shoot her if she shoots at Verminax.
Sister Mary Margaret's on the board. She's in a position to be able to possibly charge those crawlers and maintain that their objective.
The leader of the rats has arrived, Willard Rex. He's on the far end of the field. He's gonna be able to maybe go after the sister with the heavy flamer.
I place Sister Generica in the northwest quadrant. She's in a position to be able to get on top of the cathedral.
I'm gonna start with Verminax. I'm gonna have him cast sickness on Sister Novena. And just like that, she's vomiting everywhere.
Despite all of her intestinal discomfort, she's gonna go ahead and try to shoot back at Verminax. Oh no.
Oh yeah. My stalkers rush Sister Stabitha, and they're gonna attack. That's hits. Hit.
She defends. All right. She's gonna strike back.
Oh no. Oh man, my charge got turned against me.
Sister Burninator moves up. That way she can get a shot at Willard Rex. Man, all those dice in just one hit.
All the better for me to Oh, never mind. Time for the good old rodent rapid fire. And that's a hit.
Oh, it looks serious. Oh, and she's stunned. No, cries Sister Slashington. She overlooks the fight, and as Stabitha falls, she just feels all sorts of grief and worry. You know, they have a deep bond. They train together. They've grown close over the years. And
my rattos chitter with glee. It's what they do. Emotes are for surface folk. Underground, you get used to loss. Especially when Imperial nut jobs burn you down and steal your cheeses.
Sister Mary Margaret goes charging in. Her mace is switched on and it's all vibrating with power like, wah. That's 2 hits.
And no defenses. Whoa. 2 rattos down. I'm gonna go ahead and charge with Willard Rex. I'm gonna go after Sister Burninator.
A Rat King's gotta do what a Rat King's gotta do.
2 hits. Defend that, sucker.
I managed to defend 1. Now to check for stun. Oh, nuts. The sisters recite prayers and they sing loudly. They rejoice and lament in equal measure, celebrating the sacrifice of Sister Burninator.
Willard Rex is all like, get off my lawn.
Sister Slashington stands up. She's not gonna die on her back.
Standing, laying down, it don't matter. Ratto's gonna win. Ratto's gonna win. Ratto's gonna win. Ratto's gonna win. Who's gonna be the big winner? Gonna be Rattos. Yeah. And speaking of winning Rattos, here comes my big guy, and his name's Joe Ratzenberger. He moves up, levels his flamer, he takes aim,
And I spend 3 command points so that I can step away.
What?
Yeah, I'm out of range now.
That's very crafty. Very crafty.
Sister Slashington moves over and she gains control of the objective.
Wasn't Sister Slashington the one that was on the ground?
No, that was Sister Stabitha.
But I remember you saying Slashington.
I get them confused sometimes. After all, they do look a lot alike.
My stalkers come running at Sister Novena, Their daggers all ready to like poke into her armor and stuff. They're striking for her tender victuals.
Not my victuals.
Waka-chow, that's 2 hits.
So that means I got 2 to defend. Let's hope.
Why don't you re-roll that one?
Okay. I'm gonna spend a CP so that I can defend both. Then, I'm gonna advance with Sister Generica. And last of all, I'm gonna have Sister Tabernacles shoot at that crawler. Pop, pop, 1 hit.
Each hitter's in agony. He cannot defend. But he's a resilient little ratto, and he's only stunned.
Now that we're about halfway through, how do you think you're doing?
I don't think I'm doing too bad overall. I do think that my reinforcements, I kind of rotted in how I put them out. Like I sort of forgot that Willard Rex had the ability to give out a buff, which gives it like the units close to him furious, and I really could have taken a lot of advantage of that. But I really need to just I needed to react to Gus's forces. I couldn't have just left so many open spots just to be able to be offensive. You know? Like, this is the thing, is I need Gus to feel a lot of pressure. That's what I need.
And did you realize that you forgot to fight back a few times after you were charged? So Gus, how do you think you're doing so far?
Well, I think I'm doing pretty good. Overall, I'm having a good time.
So, good time aside, how do you think you're doing in the game?
Well, I'm having fun.
Do you feel a lot of pressure from Giacomo's forces? Like he's actually pinning the sisters in and giving you very few chances to actually do much?
A little bit.
Do you remember the fact that you can actually fight back when you're charged?
What?
When you're charged, you can fight back.
I know.
But you didn't do it a couple times, or at least once.
Well, sometimes you forget.
I'm gonna start by having my stalker take a run at the sister over here. His knife flashes out as he tries to strike at her, and I spend a CP to make that into a hit.
Denied. Now, I'm gonna strike back. Whiff.
My Rato's gonna step back.
Sister Mary Margaret's gonna bring the pain. Cry.
Thanks, Sister Mary Margaret forgot the pain. I'm gonna move them backfield stalkers up and go after Sister Novena. No, miss.
She's gonna strike back. And miss. I'm gonna spend some CP to have her move a couple inches. And then, for my turn, I'm gonna have her move and then shoot at the rat priest.
That's my soft underbelly.
Got him.
The pulse from Sister Novina's fusion rifle nearly obliterates the rat priest.
Oh, failed save. I just smell burnt rat fur. And he's knocked out. Oh, I'm gonna spend some CP to see if I can bring him back. He's back. Back to life. Back to reality.
I'm happy for you.
Then I'm gonna stand up with the stalker. That way Sister Mary Margaret can't just KO him.
That seems like a good move. So I'm gonna have Sister Stabatha try to shoot this here crawler in the face.
Not his beautiful face.
Not if she rolls like that.
Willard Rex is gonna rush up.
Oh no, here he comes.
He's a man-eater.
Sister Tabernacle's gonna go ahead and open fire. Boom.
Gotta get my defense on. Tink. Joe Ratzenberger rushes forward.
Sister Generica rushes up so she can get a better view of the battlefield.
Verminax is gonna stand up.
Sister Slashington's gonna try to leap. Up. She made it. Yeah.
So, how's your plan working out? Oh, pretty good. I think that it's been pretty effective so far. I've put a lot of pressure on Gus, and he's been using his defensive powers so that he can stay out of fights. And the more he uses it to stay out of fights, the less he can use it to fight better.
Do you think that you have a chance at winning?
Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. I'm pretty sure of it. So I have a little bit of a plan now, like a big plan. And the whole thing is to rely on having my big guy, the Willard Rex, get to that objective that the sisters are near. So in the rules, it says if you contest an objective, then it's neutral. So you don't need to have more people on it. You just need to have somebody on it. And that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to get him within that 3 inches.
So how do you think you're doing, Gus?
I think I'm doing okay. Not bad overall. I've been having a good time, so that's a plus.
Do you have a strategy that's emerged since the beginning of the game instead of just having fun?
Yeah, something's kind of popped up. What I've thought is I might have the ability to force a morale check. So Giacomo's forces are starting to get a little thin. Like his big groups of 3 guys he's got 2 of them are down to 1. So if I can manage to get a couple of them out, I may be able to put him in a situation where he's gotta actually check for morale. And if I manage that, I think that I could win. And I think he'd be happy with losing that way.
How do you feel overall in this game versus the previous one that you played? When you played the Battle Brothers versus the Plague Disciples?
I think this one's better. I feel like I actually stand a chance, and I'm actually having fun.
All right, good. I hope that you do well as the rest of the game unfolds.
I do too.
Verminax is gonna cast Cracks. Successfully.
Sister Novina tries to save. She fails and takes 2 wounds as her whole body crackles and pops due to the ratty magic. Oh, and she's knocked out.
I kind of feel bad about this one.
Revenge, cries Sister Mary Margaret as she charges at that stalker.
Not in the face, he shouts bravely.
And he just got hit in the face.
That's his biggest weak spot. And so I'm gonna try to save. Nuts, 2 wounds. How about nuts stud? Oh, crumbs. Get in the table. Oh, crud. Good night, sweet cheesy prince. And may flights of angels sing thee to thy rest. Here comes Joe Ratzenberg.
Bring it, Joe.
Consider it brought. 1 hit.
Well, 1 hit really isn't bringing it. Let's roll defense. Yep, 1 hit equals none hit.
Was that a burn?
Yes, it was.
You're really getting into this one.
I am. Stabitha's gonna do one of those, twirly things with her halberd as she goes after that stalker.
He's deeply intimidated by her battle prowess.
And that's 1 hit.
Let me try to defend. Nuts. And let's see if I can get stunned. Double nuts.
Not what I was hoping for, but I'll accept it.
You're getting pretty bloodthirsty over there, Gus. I'm gonna stand my guy up before he ends up getting killed.
I thirst for blood. Sister Slashington's gonna go ahead and try to gun down that rat.
This is not this guy's day. Correction, it is totally this guy's day. I'm gonna go ahead and commence Operation Get in Front of Verminax. But I don't think that these guys have enough movement, so...
Sister Generic is gonna take her shot at Verminax. And that's a big pile of nope.
I'm moving up Willard Rex. That's gonna put him within 3 inches of the objective.
All I have left is Sister Tabernacle. She's gonna go ahead and take a shot at Willard Rex. And she hits.
And Willard Rex defends. And that's a win. That's a win. That's a win. Ain't nothing gonna stop the Rattos. The Rattos have just won.
Standing victorious in the ashes of the broken city, the Ratmen Clans prepare. They will push forward even further and reclaim all that is theirs. Willard Rex stands defiant of the Battle Sisters.
Street by street, we can't be beat. Forever forward we will march and reclaim it all.
So, Giacomo, how do you think you did? How did you enjoy the game?
I thought it was a good game. I think Gus really put up a really good fight, and I think I had a lot of fun. It came down to right down to the last bit of action, and really, there's not a lot more you could ask for.
Would you like to do more of these?
Oh yes, I think so. I enjoy the game, and I think that it's a fun one.
Is there anything that you would have done differently?
Yes, I would have attacked back every time I had a chance. And beyond that, I think that's the only thing. There's a lot of rules and a lot of different things for me to remember, and I just need to remember them. And it's not as bad as other games, so I really don't have an excuse.
Speaking of other games, is there anything else that you'd like to play with Gus? Perhaps for the channel?
Yes. I think the next one I'd like to do is I'd like to do something more Gus's speed. And so maybe I was thinking we'll play Carcassonne or something that's a little less shooty and violent.
So Gus, what did you think?
Well, I had a good time.
Did you enjoy it more than the previous game?
Oh yes, very much so, thank you.
Is there anything that you would have done differently in this game?
I think that I would have
been a little bit more aggressive. It's one of those games that it really pays off if you want to be a more aggressive player. But for me, I'm not very aggressive in my heart. So I tend to take the defensive. And that doesn't really pay off in this game.
Are there any other games you'd like to play with Giacomo, perhaps for the channel?
Yes, I'd like to do more roleplay. And I'd also like if I could play something a little less conflicty.
Do you have anything to say to the people at home?
Yes.
What is it?
Have fun. Enjoy yourself. Love the people around you. Enjoy the people you get to play games with. Share your hobbies. Share what you love. And most importantly, enjoy it all as much as you can.
Anything else?
Oh yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell and all that other stuff. Because having you as part of our community means a lot.
Right. Thank you, Gus.
You're welcome.
Oh, what about me? I didn't get a thank you.
Thank you too, Giacomo.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. I hope you had a good time.
It was fun. I had a nice time.
Good. Bye, folks.